Hello everyone, my name is Alexis and welcome to class today. We're going to be doing a pretty simple, straightforward class. You don't need a journal, but I highly recommend it as we're going to be holding different yin yoga postures and I'm going to be asking you questions to help you plan out your year. So we're going to get started right away in Sphinx pose. If you want props in any of these poses, go ahead and grab them, use them. In Sphinx pose, I sometimes like to put a bolster right underneath my chest, kind of right where my upper ribs are. You're welcome to add that. If not, just make sure your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Grab your journal, and we'll get started right away. This yoga class is a series of questions in yoga poses to help you plan out your year in a relaxed and simple way. This is not going to be a class where you're going to write 10 goals that you may or may not accomplish. We're going to concentrate on how you want to feel as you go through the year. So, and that's the first question is, how do I want to feel this coming year? Pick one word and write why you want to feel that way. What about that word is how you want to feel in the coming year? And that's it. We're just going to start with that. Go ahead and finish your thought. You can always come back and do more journaling on these questions later, so just know that that's available to you. From Sphinx pose, press yourself back up into tabletop or downward dog, whatever you feel you most need. And we're going to come into pigeon pose. You can do either leg. We're going to do both sides. So come into pigeon pose on one leg, sliding the knee forward to the thumb, letting the back leg extend behind you. And you can stay lifted up, maybe propping your journal up on a pillow, or you can fold all the way forward. And your question in this pigeon pose is, what is one small thing that I can do each day in the coming year to help me feel that way? So that one word that you decided on in the previous question, in the previous pose, what is one small thing you can do each day? This is not a big thing. This should take you no more than 5 minutes. So maybe it's something really, really simple, like taking 5 minutes to stretch when you wake up in the morning, or setting aside time to check in with your partner. Whatever it is that you want to feel next year, think of one actionable thing that can reliably help you tap into that feeling every day that takes no longer than 5 minutes, and journal on what that thing is. again, finish your thought. You can always come back. I recommend just keeping it to one thing that you can do every day. But maybe if you get halfway through the year and you feel like you've really mastered that one thing, you can add a second thing. But we want to make sure that we're being generous and graceful with ourselves. So from here, we're going to come into pigeon. So press yourself back into tabletop or downward dog and just switch to pigeon on the other side. Whatever leg that you didn't do, slide that knee forward between the hands, let the back leg extend behind you. And again, you can prop your journal up on a pillow or a block and journal from there, or you can fold forward. And the question for this pigeon pose is, what is one small to medium thing I can do once a month to feel how I want to feel? So go back to that one word, that one feeling of how you want to feel, and pick one small to medium thing that you can do each month. Now, this isn't, I'm going to take a weekend away on a trip every month. That would be a large thing. This could be one thing, like I'm going to go on a local hike with some friends, or I'm going to read one book a month that makes me feel the way that I want to feel this year. Small to medium. It should not be intimidating. It can be something you do once in the month, or it can be something it takes you all month to do little by little. But again, be gentle and gracious with yourself. This is not planning unobtainable goals. We want to be realistic and gentle with ourselves so we can feel accomplished as we go through this year, and so we can actually feel how we want to feel. Set your journal aside. And from here, press yourself back up into tabletop pose. Maybe wiggle the hips side to side if that feels good. And then from here, we're going to come into butterfly pose. Set yourself up for your butterfly pose however you like to. I like to usually sit up on a blanket or the edge of my yoga mat, fold it over, bring the soles of feet together, let the knees splay out. And since we're here in a journaling pose, this doesn't need to be your most intense butterfly. You can let the feet scooch away from you, maybe a little more than you would in a regular yoga class. Now, our final question for today's fairly quick yoga journaling ritual in butterfly is, what is one medium big thing that I can do this year to feel the way that I want to feel? This could be, I want to do a 30-day yoga challenge. I want to take a long weekend away. I want to try camping. I want to host a dinner party for my friends. This is still not on the scope of, I want to lose 50 pounds. This is one thing that you can do once, or maybe builds up to throughout the course of the year, that is still achievable and attainable. And it is guaranteed to make you feel the way you want to feel this year. Journal on that for the next couple of moments. once again, set your journal aside. You can always come back to these prompts later. You can also, if you'd like, whatever your medium big thing is, if you want to break it down into smaller steps, smaller goals. For example, if it's you want to try going camping for the first time, you could break that down into what gear you would need, what knowledge you would need, where you want to go, and who you want to go with, and then planning from there. But for now, we're going to finish off by coming into Shavasana. You can be as supported and propped up as you want here. Bolster under the knees, eye pillow over the eyes. If you want a blanket over you, grab one. In Shavasana, relax the hands either by the sides or maybe in cactus arms, whatever feels most nourishing on your shoulders and your chest. Close your eyes, take a breath. And all I want you to do in Shavasana is hold the expectations you have for the coming year and let them go. No matter what we achieve and hold on to in life, it's important to be able to hold those things with open hands. It's the balance between pursuing and desiring and manifesting something, and also being okay if we don't get it. So here in Shavasana, eyes closed, imagine whatever those things are, those desires, those goals, those ambitions, falling off of you like water, and acknowledging that you will be okay if those things don't happen. And that's all you have to do for the remainder of your Shavasana. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe make gentle circles with the wrists and the ankles if that feels good. You can do a full body stretch or hug the knees into the chest, whatever you need to do to feel good and wake yourself back up after your Shavasana. And then gently press yourself up into a seated position. On your next breath in, lift the arms down, around, and up overhead. Exhale, the hands to heart center. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you so much for doing this class with me. You can come back to this class whenever you want. Beginning of the year, on your birthday, maybe in July when you're halfway through the year. Whenever you feel the need to kind of reset. It's always good to reorient how we want to feel in our lives. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, have a lovely rest of your day. Bye for now.